Every year in fourth quarter, like towards the end of third, fourth quarter, really when summer is over and we're all moving back inside, hence I'm now wearing sweaters. uh, there is a consistent pattern of concern from people, humanity, but mainly business owners and entrepreneurs and solopreneurs about letting go and transformation. Because as you come into fourth quarter, you start reflecting on the year and you start looking at the next year. You start going, did I hit my goals? Did I achieve what I was trying to achieve this year? I got to deal with taxes. Oh my God, holiday marketing, end of year, all these different things that happen in fourth quarter. It's a very busy time of year. And a lot of times, instead of letting go, what will happen is people will like lean in and double down on the same damn thing they've been doing. And it's like, I'm talking about this because in the beginning of the year, I actually in our fourth quarter, we start planning for the next year. But my clients are coming in and they're saying, like, oh my God, we're doing fourth quarter. Like we're trying to button up the year. Now we got to hustle and get all of our goals met. We got to figure out like this, it's just chaos. And a lot of times what you find is that they are ready for transformation, right? Maybe you're in like that bracket of like a couple $1 million and you're not able to break through that. But all year, even though you were doing all the things and really wanting something different, you kept falling back into your old patterns. And now you're back to doing the things, or you didn't make the expansion you wanted because like you just didn't want to sacrifice. There was fear about maybe losing some income or some disruptions inside the business that were uncomfortable. You really have to strategize a transformation inside your business, and it needs to be documented. There needs to be roles and responsibilities, contractors identified, whatever this looks like for you. You really have to create an emergency plan for anything that could possibly go wrong once your business has started and you're transforming. I've done it. We're in the middle of it, actually. We still aren't done with it. But at the same time, we gave ourselves an entire year to make this transformation. And we've been slowly going through it, and people can see it. And it's really cool watching it come to life. And you just do your best to create the right strategy and give yourself grace and give your team patience and then keep working through it. But sometimes I see this in a solopreneur experience too, where they've been doing something for a while, or sometimes it happens even in the ready to launch program where they're like, oh my gosh, we're going through this and I'm realizing I don't want to do this business. I want to do this other business. Great. Let's pivot quick. But when you're a solopreneur, it's actually a lot easier. But the downside of it is you don't really have like a team, and you oftentimes don't have like other like soundboards and people that are really invested in your business. That's why a really good coach that's experienced is really helpful and important during that time, or being in some type of a community of other businesses that are doing similar things, not the same industry maybe, but maybe they're online, or maybe they're brick and mortar, or whatever it is they are, right? But maybe they're doing something where there's some relation that you can run ideas off of, and they can also share experiences of where they were and what happened with them, because you will transform. That is inevitable in business. You as a human being grow, right? You raised children potentially, or will, or dogs, or plants, whatever. That's part of being here in this world, is there's this evolution of growth. Your business goes through that too. You birth it as a child or a baby, and then it grows into a child and a teen and an adult and and it goes through these different maturity models. It doesn't mean that you have to like kill your business and start another one. It means that you need to learn how to roll with that and what that looks like. Again, that's why you always hear me talk about strategy, right? And we just don't have them. Like it's very common in businesses because it's so easy to start a business nowadays. People don't think through the strategy. And when you're starting a business, you should always think through your exit strategy. What does this look like in the end? And I've talked about it in other videos for that piece, but really when you're looking at this transformation, what I want you to strongly consider is, are you letting go? Right? All the way back to that fear point I was bringing up. Are you letting go of what you need to let go with and of? And are you leaning in to what's being shown to you? Are you taking the time to get that clarity, to map it out? Not just the execution of it, but the patience it takes, right? What's it all look like? And is this the last transformation? You better make sure you have it all set up and planned and know that it's not forever. No business is forever. It transforms. So many people, I met this one gentleman, he was making snacks. He made snack foods and it was just him. And I was like, oh my gosh. But he was doing it by hand and then he got equipment. Then he expanded his line. He added different flavors and different mixes and blends. And then he finally was able to hire employees. And so it went through these different transformations. Well, when you move yourself out of one piece, you are freed up then in your own creativity, in your own ingenuity to come up with more ideas. Hence, I have 3 businesses and I think a dozen different programs. It's a lot. And that's not including all my other things, right? And so it can be a lot, but if you design it to where every time something is born and it's come to maturity, it goes to its new family, whatever that looks like for you. And then you get freed up to go and create and do more inside your business that feeds more people, right? And maybe it's just you stepping back. Maybe you step back and you're just loving on those people that are helping run your business and mentoring them and getting very clean and crisp and organized and being able to step back that way. Depends on how you designed it, for what path you have options open for you. But don't reject or deny the transformation. Be courageous. Don't die, because that's what happens if you don't continue to transform, is your business will die a slow death. And it is much better to transform and roll with it and watch it grow and just nurture it where it needs.